It's a sight you can't miss from the road. A giant A greeting visitors to this school campus. And it's made of solar panels.
It actually powers almost 60% of our power use right now in the whole campus.
This is the Athenian School in Danville, California. It's a place where students and teachers are doing their part to help the planet. From spending time out here, getting their hands dirty, to spending time in here, in the lab producing biofuel, they're making sustainability number one. First up, meet Maggie Rowland, a high school senior who is busy making biofuel. The plan is to use it to fuel up their green buses.
So essentially what I'm doing is taking used vegetable oil that comes from the back of a fast food place and turning it into a fuel that diesel cars, or in this case our diesel tractor and buses, can use.
They've built a biodiesel converter, but first things first, perfecting the formula. She's showing us the process.
This is the vat of vegetable oil that I'm working from. As you can see, it's rather unpleasant looking. It's straight out of a fryer.
Then it's time to mix the chemicals and add them to the veggie oil. Then presto, you've got biodiesel.
So ultimately, this is going to take a little while to mix, but ultimately when it does and I let it settle, it's going to look like this, and the glycerin will be on the bottom, and the biodiesel that can go into an engine will be on the top. I can use the glycerin as soap. I can use the biodiesel, which is what I'm really after, as biodiesel. So I take a waste product that comes from the back of a fast food place and turn it into one of two things that anyone can use.
Speaking of waste products, you've got to see this. It's possibly the largest composter we've ever seen.
This is called the Earth Tub, and it's basically a giant composting machine.
It can hold up to 4,000 pounds of food waste.
You see how it's really hot, it's actually steaming. Last time we checked, it was 145 degrees, and that's because there's tons of microorganisms and bugs in there that are respirating and creating a lot of heat. And that heat actually breaks down the nitrogen and carbon material and turns it into black gold.
Senior Alon Goldbart isn't afraid to get us a closer look.
Then as you see, it breaks down into something more black.
So what do they do with all of it? They use it here, in their garden.
We're gonna plant cover crop.
Today, this crew is planting a cover crop. It helps build nutrients in the soil and get it ready for future planting.
The garden's now in its 5th year of production. Last year we produced over 1,500 pounds of food just in the summertime.
Teacher John Harvey is the school's director of environmental stewardship.
At its core, the school has an environmental philosophy already there. And what we're trying to do with sustainability is make environmentalism something that we don't just do after school or we do as an add-on. We're looking for the school itself to become a more sustainable place.
Goldbart, our brave composter, is one of the regulars out here.
At the bottom layer, the ground cover layer, we have strawberries, and we planted these last year, so they're just getting started producing some pretty good strawberries now.
After these teens finish planting the seeds, it's time to put all the irrigation lines in and test the sprinklers to make sure it's all systems go.
Go for it. Yeah.
Then, one final group project. More proof these guys don't let anything go to waste. So, from their gardening and composting efforts to coming up with a cleaner fuel, these students are proving teens can be green citizens of the planet.